Hi! In this video, I'm showing you what you should have or do to have great espresso shots each time you are brewing. The first and the ultimate one is a prosumer espresso machine. For your convenience, here is the list of brands doing this type of machines for home use. Well, I was not ready to pay more about a prosumer espresso machine until I learned everything about a good espresso. I want to save your time. Trust me, it's really worth it. Number 2 is clean water in your water tank. Believe me, it's really crucial. Clean water does influence the taste of your coffee, and having clean water means having less scale to be cleaned from the inner systems of your machine. And as for the cleaning, if you want great shots every time, you need your machine to be cleaned regularly. Here is the inside look of your machine if you do not clean it regularly once in several months. And you may imagine how much your coffee taste drops because of this. Number 4 is the pack of freshly roasted coffee beans. This is the only way you can get a really great espresso shot. The coffee beans you use must be not older than 1 month after the roasting date. Another thing you should have are the scales. It's not necessary for them to be scales for barista, coffee scales. They should just be able to measure the weight up to milligrams. Another thing you should have is a real burr grinder. You should avoid at any cost blade grinders if you want to have tasty espresso. So now I will show you my espresso flow, but do not close this video because I'm gonna share some more tips that you should know. Number 7. You should make coffee notes, because this is the only way you can get your ideal espresso recipe. Besides, your espresso recipe may differ for the same coffee beans from same pack, and you may need a slightly different amount of beans for your perfect shot just because your pack has already been opened for 2 weeks. I will make another video about how to quickly dial in your espresso, but this time I'm taking 18 grams according to my recipe. Also, you want your beans to be freshly grounded, but I think it's obvious. Also, what I want to add is that you do not actually need these fashionable accessories to have great espresso shots. This is the way I'm making this well-distributed coffee pillow. And if your coffee is fresh, your grinder is clean and good, then you just don't need all of these things. Then you should press it with your tamper, and it should be metal. You should do it with 3 fingers, trying to equally distribute your force of pressing. You should get a flat surface for your coffee pillow. Now it's time for espresso brewing. Try not to hit the group with espresso holder because it will ruin your tablet. Put your scales under the group. And the last touch for a marvelous espresso shot is to make your cup warm. I know that normal people do it using a coffee machine, but that's the way I got used to it. And the time has come. Don't forget that you are tracking both the brewing time and the final weight of your espresso for your recipe. This time my recipe is a little bit light, but very pleasant, sweet, balanced. I just really love this coffee. Another thing you should always do is group cleaning after you brewed your espresso. This is the way you always get good espresso shots. And here is my espresso. As I told you, it's quite light because it's almost 40 grams in 27 seconds. And now it's time for the last 10th tip. I think many of you already know this. But still, you should always mix your espresso with a spoon. before you drink it. This is the way you mix all the bitterness, sweetness and acidity that are presented in your espresso cup. It's so great! I wish YouTube could share the taste. Good luck with your coffee journey and bye-bye!